Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you tips and tricks to make more gold when you're flipping on retail. So let's jump straight into it. Real quickly, if you do not know what flipping is, it's basically where you buy an item off the auction house for cheaper than what you sell it. And then when you sell it, you keep the profit. So you're buying low, selling high, and you keep the profit in between. Now the best items to do this with are items that are on your realm specific auction house. So things like transmogs, mounts, pets, recipes, things that are just on your Pacific realm. They don't go on the new region-wide auction house. The best way I like to flip personally is with realm Pacific items. Now this is a character that I've been doing a 0 to gold cap from flipping only challenge. And if you want to watch that, I do recommend doing that. We're up to like episode 9 or something like that right now. And it goes over from the beginning, and it's going to go all the way until I make gold cap from just flipping. And so what I'm going to show you in this video are just some tips and tricks for beginners to learn how to do it. So first of all, you're going to need TSM. Now TSM is Trade Skill Master. It's basically an add-on that gives data for the auction house with all the auction house item prices and everything you need basically for flipping. So I'll just show you. So we've had this for about a month now. We actually have a decent sale right here. We only paid 5k for this and we resold it for 44k. However, this character, I started with 0 gold and we've worked our way up to having 1.1 mil in the bags, and we've got 10 mil in the auction house. The whole heap of great items. Basically how I flip is I have TSM groups with a whole heap of items that I've handpicked over the years. And what I do with these is I run shopping scans. Now, if the items are posted way below the market value, so the market value will show up on the side here. If they're posted way below, normally like under 50%, under like 30%, they're the best deals. The lower the better, honestly. They're the items I look for. And then I have TSM operations and settings to automatically post all the items I buy for price that always makes me profit. So no matter what item I buy, it will only list for a profitable price. And now you can get all of that inside of my flipping guide, but we'll talk a bit more about that further on in the video. First, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to flip more profitably and how to do it correctly. So what I do is I run a shopping scan. I let this scan all the items, and this will show you have this clicked right here, so it shows the best deals at the top. And basically I run a shopping scan. If the items match my criteria of buying, I will buy them and simply relist them. So I'll let the scan go a little bit and I'll find a good example item of an item that I would buy, and then I'll also show you some examples of items I would not buy. While the scan is going, I'll just show you some items that we've flipped in the past. So for an example, there is this companion. And I paid, as you can see, under purchased, I paid 5k for, and I resold this for 110k, giving a 105k profit just off that. Here's an Island Expedition sword that I've brought 2 of these, one for 8k and one for 10k, with a smart average of a 9k per item, and we actually resold this for 99k. So that gives us a 90k profit on this one. There's this mace right here. This is an Island Expedition piece. The Island Expedition weapons actually sell really good, and sometimes you can get them super cheap, and they're really good flips. So as you can see, we paid 5,999 gold for this, and we resold it for 76k. Here's another piece that we've actually sold 3 of these. We've brought 5 of those. This is the Twilight Dragon's Helm. And as you can see, we paid on a smart average only 1k for all of these. So we paid as little as 500 gold for one of them and as high as 1,000 gold for another. And now we've sold 3 of them, one for 17k, one for 23k, and one for 26k, giving us a total profit for all of these of 26k. I'll just show you a really good flip that we got, which is pretty crazy. So this right here, we managed to buy one of these for 2 gold and 58 silver, and we resold it for 27k. So you don't need much gold to actually get started with flipping. As you can see, we paid only 2 gold for this, and we managed to resell it for 27k. But these are the sort of items you want to be looking out for. Now that I've showed you a couple of the flips that we've done recently, the scan is going a bit. I'll find some items and examples of a good item that I would buy and what to look at on the TSM tooltip. Alright, so here's an item right here that is definitely worth flipping. Now, one is listed for 500 and there's another one listed for 5k, 5.2k. But if you look at the market on the tooltip of TSM for this item, if you look at the market value, it's 4,901 gold. If you look at the historical price, it's 4,150 gold. If you look at the region market value average, it's 4,276 gold. Then your region historical price is 4,251, and then the region sale average is 1,238. Now all of these numbers are above the 500 gold someone has this listed for. So this would be a great flip to buy. Now, the best flips are where there's no competition. So if there was just this one listed for 500 gold, this would be a very good deal, a very good item to flip. This is a headpiece. It's not the best looking, but they do sell. You also want to be looking at the sale rate. So the region sale rate, you do want to keep an eye on that. You want to make sure it's like above like 0.01 for transmog. The higher the better. So this could be a bit of a slower seller, but you are going to make a lot of profit when you actually sell this. And it will sell for more just by looking at all of the prices just there. So your region means across all the realms on your region. So if you're playing on like NA or EU, it would be all of the realms on them regions, right? So if you're on NA, it'd be all the NA servers and realms. If you're on the EU, it would be the prices on all of the EU realms. So yes, you'd want to buy this item right here. So let's just do that. I'll show you another one right here. This one's not that expensive, however, it's a good example to show. So there's one listed for 50 gold, extremely cheap. If you look at all of the prices on the TSM tooltip, you can see the market value is 780. The historical price is 859. Then your region prices, so your region market value average is 209. The region historical price 162, and then the region sale average is 355. And this one's got a better sell rate. And there's one listed for 50 gold, and the next one is listed for 799. So what you would do with this item is you would actually buy the one for 50 gold, and then you would undercut the next person at 799 gold. Now I'll find one that is worth a bit more. So I've got my shopping scans right here, my groups. Basically, all transmogs has a whole heap of items, like 3,000 items. It's got like anywhere from like greens all the way up to really good items, up to like your epic items. However, these other groups are more like the main items basically, and they can be worth a lot more. So what I'll do is I'll run a shopping scan for these groups right here. So I've got battle pets, and then mounts, cosmetics. This is rares, so like rare recipes and things like that. And this is like really good transmogs that are worth a whole heap of gold. So I'll run a scan on this, and I'll find you an item that is worth a whole heap of gold and that you'll profit a lot from, for another example of what to buy. Alright, so here's another item that I would definitely buy. There is one of these listed for only 45 gold, so very cheap. Someone's listed this for, and we actually have one already up for sale. So there's one listed for only 45 gold, and if you look at all of the TSM tooltip, you can see that the market value for this is 6.8k, the historical price is 7.3k, the region market value average is 6.8, your region historical price is 7.7, and then the region sale average is 2,208 gold. Now, if you see one this cheap, you can tell obviously this is a great deal, because 45 gold is way cheaper than all of those prices that show on the TSM tooltip. So this would be a very good item to buy and resell. It's got a decent sell rate, 0.019, so you will be able to sell this. So that would be a great item, and if you bought this, you'd be expecting to make like 6.7k profit off this item. So we're going to buy that up, and there's actually two of them listed for only 45 gold. So just by buying these two, once they sell, we'll make an easy 12k profit, and that's a great item to actually buy. Let's have a look if there's another one here I can show you guys. Alright, so here's another good item, this robe right here. So it looks pretty good, and we've actually been buying these up. Some people have been posting these for really cheap. If you look at the market value, it's 21k. The historical price is 11k. The region market value average is 32k. The region historical price 35k, and the region sale average is 7.5k. Now there's one listed for only 2,500 gold. So what you'd do with this item is you'd buy this lowest one, and then you'd relist undercutting the next people, so at 26k. So here's another example of a great item to buy. You can see that this one person has posted a whole heap of these for only 421 gold, and all the prices on the TSM dashboard or tooltip are way higher than 421 gold. So what you'd do in this situation, when there's someone listed multiple or for a great price, you'd buy all of them up to the 2,500, and then you'd undercut the person at 2,500. So you'd buy all of these ones that are 421 gold. Now this one has a lot better sell rate, 0.125. So this would sell very fast and would be a great item to actually flip. It's a very cool looking transmog. These shoulder pieces they actually look really cool. And this would be another great flip. Now you know what to look for. So you want to look at all of the prices on the tooltip and make sure they're a lot higher than what it's getting sold for. And you also want to make sure the sell rate is as high as possible. Now I'll show you an item that I wouldn't buy. So when you do a scan, I wouldn't buy anything that is over the 50% of the market value. There isn't enough profit in it for you. So as you can see right here, this is the market price right here. You want to make sure it is below 50%. The lower, the better. So here's an example of an item I wouldn't currently buy. You can see this plan. It has no sell rate. At the moment, there is no sell rate. So that means it hasn't sold in the past like 100 days at all. So I wouldn't recommend buying anything without a sell rate. So as you can see, like an item here on the tooltip, it has a sell rate of 0.012. And you look at this one, there is no sell rate whatsoever. So I would not buy this at the moment until they start selling. But that's a great example of an item I wouldn't buy. So here is an example of an item I wouldn't buy either. So you can see this plan is listed for 250k. But if you look at the market value, it says 905k. But the other prices, especially the region sale average, is only 36k. So I wouldn't buy this item because on average across all the realms on the region, it only sells for 36k. So it's paying 250k for this item personally wouldn't be worth the risk in my opinion, because on average on all the realms it only sells for 36k. So it'd be a very risky investment to actually buy this for 250k. Alright, so here's another item that I wouldn't recommend buying. If you look at the TSM tooltip, you can see that the market value, which means the market value on my realm is 24k. And this is selling, someone's got it listed for 11k. But if you look at all the other prices, so the historical price and all the region prices, they're all below 6k. And this, like the region sale average is 1,633 gold. So buying this for 11k wouldn't be worth it. If it's only super high on your realm, and that's under the tooltip as market value, if it's only really high there and all the others are low, I would stay away from them too. But now you know what to look for when you're flipping. You should be able to make a whole heap of gold. Now if you want to learn really in depth how to flip, I have my own flipping guide, which has all these groups. So all the groups, right? Let's go back so you can see the groups. So all of these groups right here, and you can simply import them straight to your TSM and off you go, and you'll have my groups that I've built over the years. It's also inside of my guide. It has the import strings for operation. So when you import these groups, they automatically have operations assigned to them. So then when you post, it will select prices for you and it will always be profitable. And also in the guide, I go over how to install TSM correctly and how to set it up for flipping and everything like that. And I go really in depth on how to flip with all of my tips and tricks inside of that I've learned over the years. My flipping guide will be the first link down in the description box and also be up on the screen right now if you want to go ahead and check that out. But anyways guys, hopefully you make a whole heap of gold from flipping, and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel because I'm bringing out a whole heap of flipping videos and gold making videos for World of Warcraft. Till the next one guys.